are better able to push their agendas into the Western world. You know, that's the greater overall game plan here. Those of us that support Israel and support their struggle understand that now. We realize that. We know what's up here because we're seeing what's going on in the Western world as well. Probably been going on for decades. I mean, but now in particular, it's really manifested itself massively over the past couple of years. You know, so I mean, we've seen that, we are seeing that, we're still seeing that, where the lies and the distortions and all the rest of it are gradually falling away. We're seeing the brainwashing more and more now. We're seeing the obsession more and more here now, and you know, and more of us are trying to call it out, you know, for what it is, for what's really going on. So I'm here right now, guys. See if we can do this in a way now that you won't see the actual channel that I'm watching. Okay, so I'm here right now watching a video. Okay, watching a video here, guys. Mossab. Oh my. Hussein, no, I won't get his name there now, of course I won't, without revealing what video I'm in here right now. I don't know, like, if I can do that, guys. I don't know if I can bring up the actual video in my video that somebody else is publishing, if that is breaking any rules or whatever. But anyway, here's a quick little so this is the guy, Mossab. You know the fellow, guys. So I'm watching a video here now, guys, where he is touring a part of Israel with the fellow that's hosting this channel, and listening to his conversation about what's going on in this area, sort of thing. And so, guys, like, this is one of the fellows that I've been listening to now for the past 2 years in particular, and I've only become aware of him now since October the 7th and all the rest of it. But he's the son of one of the founders of Hamas itself. And so anybody that's supporting Israel, they know this man, they know his background, they know his story and so on, that they know what he came out of, sort of thing. You know, how he massively transformed his life and turned his thinking around, you know, completely from the way it was, from the way he was brought up and brainwashed to believe and all the rest of it, sort of thing. So for some 15 odd years now, I suppose, it might be pushing 20 odd years, but at least 15 odd years now, guys, he's been going all over the world. He's been out in the world. He's been presenting the message to the world of the dangers of this extremist group that you know, they just seek to push a form of this religion into the world. Some would say it's not an accurate representation of what the religion is about. I disagree, because I've also gone to enough videos now and listened to people talk about this religion and the teachings of this religion and so on, that, and these people say that these extremist groups are actually presenting the truer form of this religion than the more, if there's any such thing as truly a moderate M person, sort of thing, that they are the ones actually that are straying away from the true teachings of this religion, and it's these extremists actually that are going back to the core principles and all the rest of it. I don't know, because I'm not a part of that religion, guys, and I don't want to be a part of that religion. I don't want to have anything to do with it ever, and I don't want to ever have it forced on me, sort of thing. But this man, he's lived it. He was born into it. He was born into the some of the most extreme aspects of it you can possibly imagine. He got out of it, and he's been warning the world about it for the past 15 odd years. And in my humble opinion, guys, there's not a man on this planet right now, there's not a person on this planet right now that would be a greater authority on this particular matter than this man here, you know. Mossab, I should have wrote the name down before I started the video. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, you know I'm talking about the Green Prince there, guys. So here's a photo of him in this vehicle having this drive through Israel now with his other fellow and all the rest of it sort of thing. So this is what I'm watching here right now. Just check the time right now, 22 minutes. And every time I listen to this man, guys, I'm blown away by his depth of wisdom, his depth of insight, his knowledge about this particular organization. And I get so extremely angry and infuriated that people don't listen to this man. So I would say, like, the listening should actually go to all levels of government, all the governments around the world sort of thing, because there is no other authority on this planet right now any better, any more knowledgeable on the psychology of this organization than someone who was born into it and the son of one of the architects of it sort of thing, you know. So you have Trump right now, not right now, I guess he's gone back to the States now, but a few days ago he was in Israel. He's been trying to broker a deal for Israel now for the past little while sort of thing. I did my video discussing this in my last video about, and I've mentioned it before, that I don't think it's a good deal for Israel. Mossad doesn't either. Any truly knowledgeable individual doesn't think that the deal that Israel got, outside of getting the hostages back, of course, naturally, the rest of the deal wasn't a good deal for Israel. Mossad keeps telling people that Hamas plays the world. It plays the governments. You know, they are diabolically, it seems like, intelligent or whatever, and knowing how to play the governments of the world and knowing how to play the naivety of people in the Western world sort of thing. This is what Mossad's been trying to get through to us for 15 years now, and people refuse to listen to the man. So this man should have been contacted by President Trump when he was talking about the peace deal to get advice from this man as to the best ways of going about doing it sort of thing. So I remember, guys, when 9/11 was on the go, after 9/11, and when the Bush administration was on the go as well, and when they were talking about going into Iraq, and you had experts at the time. I remember seeing this on the news, guys, and then when I got online about it and all the rest of it sort of thing, you know, saying that, you know, if you go into Iraq and you take down the government of Iraq, the regime that was controlling Iraq at the time sort of thing, and you destabilize that country, you are going to succeed in destabilizing the entire region. And no way, I mean, would from the way I remember it, and the way he presented himself and news media and all the rest of it, no way would he listen to these experts on Middle Eastern affairs, Middle Eastern culture, Middle Eastern politics and ideologies and psychology and all the rest of it sort of thing, you know. And they went in, they did their thing, and what we have seen for over 20 years since then, guys, now, like I'm pushing, going into 25 years now, 24 years, just past 24 years, has been the very thing that they said would occur in the Middle East. We've had about a decade, 2.5 decades now of greater instability in that region, with a greater level of terrorist groups and religious extremist groups rising up to create havoc all over the world. You know, so here's a man, it's happening all over again, who is intimately knowledgeable on the region and the types of groups that function within that religion and group that he was a part of in particular. And he would be the ideal one to talk to and get advice from as to how you go about dealing with this issue in this part of the world. What do these world leaders do? What does Trump do? He may listen to the FBI or the CIA. I guess it would be the CIA, I suppose, because that's the international branch of their intelligence. And would he draw other authorities in from that part of the world, or somebody like Mossad and so on? I don't know. Apparently, it doesn't seem like he has, but it's to his discredit and to the detriment of the United States, to the detriment of Canada, to the detriment of North America, to the detriment of the whole Western world, that somebody like Trump wouldn't talk to somebody like Mossab and get his very, very extremely knowledgeable advice on the best way to proceed with these groups and organizations, sort of thing. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that it infuriates me beyond words when I hear this man speak, and I'm keenly aware of the level of knowledge that he has, and the world doesn't listen to him. The world leaders don't listen to him. Intellectual people don't listen to him. Professors don't listen to him. Nobody's willing to listen to him. But yet, there is not a more knowledgeable man on this planet on this particular matter, this particular issue, than this guy, who is the actual son of one of the founders of the very organization that we're trying to find a way to. I hope eliminate from the face of the earth if there was some way to do it, sort of thing. I understand, guys, that right now they have organized themselves so well that right now there are chapters of Hamas pretty well all over the world right now, sort of thing. And with their thinking processes and their objectives and all the rest of it, realizing that should scare the living daylights out of all of us, to realize that there are chapters of that organization in pretty much every country in the world right now. That's how much that they've worked their way into the politics and the educational systems, and however they weasel their way into the various countries and so on, that to gain control and gain influence and all the rest of it, sort of thing, you know. So this man is of the utmost importance to be listening to right now, to figure out better ways to get a handle on this organization and to begin to defeat this organization, because he understands it from the inside out, people, you know. Anyway, I don't want to go on and on about too much here. I don't want to play this video out too much. So personally, almost 30 minutes in there. I have the utmost respect and admiration for this man. Knowing what he came from, knowing how he was indoctrinated, how he was meant to be groomed to take over from his father to be one of the heads of the of this organization, and he refused to do it, sort of thing. My understanding is that his father has a what do you call it? A death sentence thing put on his own son's head, because in his father's eyes, Mossab is after betraying their religion and betraying the organization. I suppose in his mind he feels that he's been betrayed as well. So Mossab has to go through the rest of his entire life now with this, what did he call it? A fatwa, but I'm forgetting what they call it in English now, on his head now for the rest of his life. So he's got to live in hiding. I don't know how he lives. I don't know how he's being protected. I can only hope to good God, guys, that he's being protected by the American government and the Israeli government, at least, as well. You know, like at the very least, those two governments working together, and he can live well into the future to get his message out to the rest of us, sort of thing, because like the world needs the man. We desperately need the man, you know. And but not just primarily him, but I mean, I've listened to about half a dozen different ex-Muslims who have come out, who are becoming leading authorities as well about the Muslim world, the Muslim religion, the Muslim way of thinking, and all the rest of it, sort of thing, that are warning the West about the dangers of letting this religion into your countries, and particularly not checking before these people come in to see, you know, like what extremist groups are also coming in with just regular Muslims or whatever, not vetting or whatever the term is. Oh my goodness, excuse me, guys, my throat's going to go here now. You know, so it's not just Mossab alone. It's all these other speakers as well, other authorities on the religion and on the cultures of that particular area, guys. What have we been hearing for the past 2 years now? All that we've been hearing for the past 2 years is woke, liberal, extremist liberal, because not the kind of liberal that I've always been my life and support. The extreme left, woke, liberal, brainwashed nutcases. Basically, it's all we have heard for the past 2 years, shoving their rhetoric and their propaganda down our throats. Why is this happening, guys? Because apparently, for the past 20 to 40 odd years, these extremist groups have infiltrated our universities, our colleges, our so-called institutions of higher education. So I understand. And they have controlled, to a very, very large degree, the curriculum of the youth to brainwash them to this way of thinking that we're seeing manifesting out in the world right now, guys. And so that is should be a massive concern for everybody, that we have an entire generation, possibly 2 generations now, that have been brainwashed by Islamic extremist rhetoric. Sort of thing. So they're going out in the world now. They're having all the demonstrations non-stop. They don't know about the region. They're not informed properly, sort of thing. All they know is the brainwashing that's been pumped into their heads all their lives about this region, about Israel and so on and so forth, and they're going out creating all this havoc, all this disruption and so on, that in all of our countries of the Western world, sort of thing, and there's no proper pushback, and there's nobody trying to keep these people in check. So I'm going to put a video out soon, guys, talking about the importance of making these demonstrations illegal. It's time to make these demonstrations illegal now, because it's been too much of it. It's been far, far too much of it. It's not about Gaza. It's not about anybody suffering in Gaza and all the rest of it. It's not about all the fake lies that have come out about genocides and all the rest of it, sort of thing. None of that's been happening. We know it has been happening. It can be proven that it's not been happening. You've got Hamas right now who are killing their own people in Gaza right now, who had any bit of connection with Israel over the past few months and so on, that when Israel and another organization separate from UN was trying to get aid into Israel and so on. Anybody that was a part of that and working with that sort of thing, they're getting eliminated now over in Gaza. The bloody friggin' mainstream media won't say a damn thing about it, because it is Hamas itself killing their own people, sorting. Mossad knows all this. Anybody in the know, properly in the know, knows all this, but nobody will speak up about it, sort of thing. People are making videos on YouTube all the time talking about this sort of stuff. People that are just as informed as the propagandist mainstream media, they're pumping out the non-stop lies and so on, that